you guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you all are having an amazing day. So today I was just figuring out what are my 2026 goals and what I actually want to achieve in 2026. I was just going through a lot of planners, a lot of vision board stuff. Every year I used to make vision boards which used to work for me and they work for me. But I felt that the goals for 2025 were just similar to the 2026 goals. So not all the goals were translated of my 2025 vision board. So I just thought that let's just continue with the same vision board because I actually have the same goals which are not accomplished yet. So I just thought I'll just set up goals for this year in a very different way using AI, using my ChatGPT. So here are the 5 steps which ChatGPT has recommended me to do for setting the goals for 2026. And these goals are going to be like this process is going to be very easy. So if you guys are confused yet and want a direction about how you want to set your 2026 goals, this video is for you. Okay, so the first step that ChatGPT has recommended me is to get clear before getting motivated. So before entering into 2026, let's just completely finish our 2025. So for this, ChatGPT has recommended me to write down 3 things. First is what drained me last year. What were the factors that actually took out my energy, time, which were not necessary, to just write it down. So the second thing to note down is what actually worked for me. So maybe anything that made the processes easier, my life more sorted. So that those are the things which I need to jot down. And the third important thing is what I'm not gonna repeat. So based on both of these questions, what exactly I'm not gonna repeat. I guess these 3 questions would be really nice for getting a clear idea of what 2025 was and what mistakes I don't want to make in the future. So, firstly, before getting motivated, let's just get clearer about 2025. So, the second step would be to actually set up a feeling for 2026 rather than the achievements. So, what I want to exactly feel in the next year? More calmer, more happier, maybe more exciting, or any feeling which I want to feel for the next year rather than setting up the achievements. So the achievements can be tuned according to that feeling or that emotion, which is actually a greater thing to look upon, because once we have decided what we actually want to feel, we can actually tune our goals in that same way. Then the third step which ChatGPT has suggested me to do is to actually set some goals into 2 categories. One is the non-negotiable goals and the second is the optional or the variable goals. So the non-negotiable goals will be my health, my mental peace, my consistency with my content. So this is something which I can't negotiate with. I need to do this. And then the variable goals may differ from person to person. These goals will be something which won't put a pressure on you. You should not pressurize yourself to achieve necessarily this goal so that you don't feel guilty about it. These goals are something you are aspiring to be or aspiring to do, but even if they don't happen, it's completely fine. So because of these 2 categories, we will have an actual idea of what is in our control, what we can do, which would result into something else. Okay, so to gain 1000 subscribers, or you can say 10,000 subscribers, is something which is a byproduct of my consistency of content. So this goal is a non-negotiable one which will result into a variable goal, that is to achieve something. So rather than focusing on both the things, let's just focus on the non-negotiable goals which would ultimately result into the variable goals as well. The fourth step which ChatGPT has recommended is to actually plan your few months, not the entire year. Since I'll grow in this period, my priorities may change. So if I'm loving long format right now, I might turn to short format. So these priorities can change eventually. So setting a plan for the entire year would be unrealistic and would not be based on the changes that are going to happen. So it's better to actually plan first few months. And the fifth and the last step would be to actually do some simple check-ins, not a regular tracking. So just to simply check whether this goal is actually working for me or is it making my life more worse. or simple things. If am I aligned towards this goal, or is this goal my priority now, or are my priorities changed based on this planning the next stuff. So I guess this is really a simpler way without taking any pressure. And yeah, guys, those were some simple tips on creating your 2026 goals. This year, let's be more calmer, intentional about what we are doing without pressurizing ourselves. So let's just not rush into this year even before it begins. So it's completely fine if you don't have 2026 plans right now or the goal set right now. It's completely fine. You just don't need a perfect plan. You just need a direction, which I hope that this video gave you. And yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope that you found this video useful. I'll see you soon. Until then, bye bye.